Okay, so arguably my favorite week on the sports calendar has arrived. Masters Week is here. I'm going to petition for something specific right now, something I never do on this podcast. I am petitioning Tom Brady to go on David Feherty's show on the Golf Channel. Tom, please go on Feherty. For those of you out there that aren't familiar with the show, it is arguably, I think it's the best, but I'll say arguably the best interview show on television, especially pertaining to sports. Feherty and his team do such a great job profiling each person they have on the show. Obviously their love for golf, but also their entire life and career, especially those that aren't golfers. Tom, you gotta go on this show. Please go on this show. We know that you're big into golf, but it's a sport you don't get to play as much anymore. This would be a great way to publicly reacquaint yourself and re-ingratiate yourself with the game. You did Tom versus time last year. It was great. It was very well received. Feherty and his team do a great job of telling your story, talking about your past, getting old pictures. They do a great job of outlining the different passions these celebrities and these noteworthy people have. In most cases, it's golf, but not always. But you have such great golf stories. For crying out loud, they're going to play a major championship literally in your backyard. What a perfect place to do the interview. You've played the best courses this country has to offer, Tom. You've played Augusta with Rory McIlroy. You've played rounds with fellow Under Armour bro Jordan Spieth. You've played with presidents. You've played with Michael Jordan. You have stories about playing golf with Bill Belichick at Pebble Beach. That time you almost fell over a cliff because you were trying to hit a ball because you didn't want to take a drop. I know that feeling. It is painful to have to take a drop. You can relate to a lot of people telling that story. We want to hear it. I want Belichick on the golf course stories. You grew up playing with your father. There are tales to tell about how golf has helped your family bond and connect. We want to hear them, Tom. The golf fan and the Patriots fan want to hear those stories. Obviously, Feherty and his people would love to have you on. You get to get your love of the game on the record with a guy who's brilliant and really good at what he does in David Feherty. Being on that show looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I want to hear more stories like the one your former boss at Merrill Lynch, Oliver Owens, told me back in 2017. Owens said, quote, "I do remember playing golf with him a couple of times. Once he and I teamed up to play another broker and his intern, and we lost the match, and Tom took all the blame. I remember he was really bummed out about it. I mean, overly so. I was like, it's not that big a deal, but he took losing really hard," close quote. I want to hear more of those stories, Tom, from your perspective. What the game means to you, your best round, some of your experiences playing courses here in New England. You can outline how vital being pliable is to the golf swing. I mean, that's not a program just for football players or people taking a hit. You can get that message out there to a large portion of the golf community in a fun and entertaining way. It's a great show. Feherty and his people do a great job, and it's a great platform to express your love of the game because I know you don't get to play as much as you want to. Please, Tom. Feherty's people will contact you. Go on the show and enjoy the Masters.
Well, as you know, I'm not on Snapface and all that, so I don't really get those.